On a bitterly cold Monday, 3rd of February 2009, first day of the second semester, Kingston upon Thames was blanketed in deep snow. Roads were impassable, motorists stranded, cars abandoned, public transport cancelled, as southeast England battled with the most inclement snow blizzards in recent years. At around 4 p.m, an email was sent out to all Kingston University staff and students, informing them that the university would be closed until further notice. By 4:15 p.m, I had emailed all students enrolled on my virtual reality module to inform them that my first lecture of the module would proceed, as timetabled, at 9 a.m. the following morning. To my knowledge, mine was the only lecture in the university to be delivered on that day. What had made it possible for the class to run as scheduled was Second Life. Welcome to Learning Works, the presence in Second Life of Kingston University's Faculty of Computing, Information Systems and Mathematics. Originally named Solipsism, in October 2008 it joined the possibly hundreds of universities and colleges using Second Life as a platform for learning and teaching. But let's now take a short tour of the island. As lecturer in virtual reality, I was tasked to undertake a feasibility study in regard of the effectiveness of Second Life to support learning and teaching within the faculty. Once we had acquired the region, I set to work building the island, guided by the kinds of functionality that students might need to complement the university's other remote learning support platform, Blackboard. I simultaneously launched an accompanying website of rich resources to guide students and staff in the most effective use of Second Life. The research zone and exhibition space provided arenas for students to display their project work, an incentive to the students, and at the same time an advertisement to the world for Kingston University. As a recruitment strategy, it brought new students to the university. Let's now continue our journey around the island. This sequence of videos and screenshots, by the way, were taken at various moments during the life of Learning Works and are an incomplete record of the development of the island, which closed when I left the university in late 2012. A fuller picture of the work achieved in Second Life and of how it was welcomed by students may be found on the project website. The office and administration building on the right housed all student user guides, the text documents on its ground floor bookshelves, and tutorial videos in the film theatre on the upper floor. The Teaching and Learning Resource Centre housed on 3 floors, a collection of tools organised by category for both teachers and learners, including various media presentation and display panels, video projection devices, blogging tools, whiteboards, programmable quiz and survey tools, building aids, pie chart maker, and a note card reader for part automation of lectures and seminars. I encouraged students, for their hands-on project work, to install and use the open source OpenSim for their content creation, enabling more ambitious projects that might have been achieved using only public sandboxes in Second Life. Let's now continue our journey around the island. The Middle Passage experience is the only area of learning works that I did not myself build. Second Life resident Tamsin Barzane, in real life a professor of African art and architecture in the USA, maintained the island of Samanaka, a virtual Nigeria on which she had created an interactive role-play exhibition of the Middle Passage, the brutal and horrific transportation of enslaved Africans across the Atlantic to the plantations of the Caribbean and Americas. Prim limitations of that time meant, however, that her exhibition there could only be temporary, so I was very pleased indeed to have been able to offer Tamsin space on Learning Works for this innovative and interactive exhibition that brilliantly exemplifies the educational potential of Second Life. But let's now continue with our journey. Scattered throughout the island were meeting pods, areas where students could gather in small groups for discussion, planning and problem solving during the course of a class. The amphitheatre is where most of the lectures would take place, with a mix of voice, text, slideshows and whiteboard. The teaching notes and slides, prepared beforehand, would be made available to students through a box located beneath the main presentation board. With up to 3 screens, I will be able to simultaneously access web-based teaching notes, show a video, and stream my talking head from my office at home. If the amphitheatre was the teaching hub of learning works, then the library was the learning hub. Orienteering, page-turning books on immersive learning environments were available to students on the ground floor of the library, while on the upper two floors, students could access text documents for specific course modules. Each bookshelf held the module guide, reading lists, assessment specification, and other documents for the associated course module. The Learning Works virtual environment was linked via Stoodle to an installation of the Moodle Learning Management System. Library facilities included hypertext links to, among others, Google Scholar, Wikipedia, and the university's own library catalogue. The books on the book display each linked to its own Amazon page, with a further link from the display to the main village bookshop. The bookshop was an extensive collection of published volumes on learning and teaching in immersive environments, the psychology and social anthropology of virtual worlds, cyber law, ethical issues, immersive environments for training and telecollaboration, and the business applications of virtual worlds, amongst others. The telephone box, you see, was one of several on the sim, allowing users to see whether I was online, to message me, or to leave me a note. Here was another of the seminar areas on the sim where we might meet for small group discussions. The Virtual Life Research Centre housed over 2 floors a collection of research papers and reports on every aspect of virtual environments, from education and general pedagogical issues through psychology and anthropology, identity and relationships, business and government applications, to legal and political issues. world information system in the library enabled visitors to search via the public chat channel for information on courses, on members of staff, their real and second life names, and their rooms and telephone extensions in the real world university. The free shops, housed in the buildings you see in front of you, provided students with a good collection of basic building tools, textures, scripts, content creation tutorials and models, as well as inspirational objects ranging from escalators and staircases to gramophone records and musical instruments. We are now coming to the end of our journey through Learning Works. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that you will view this video voyage not merely as a partial documentation of my own experiences of managing distance teaching and learning in an immersive environment, but perhaps also as inspiration for what you too might achieve as an educator in Second Life.